Hello? I don't know if I'm live or not. And I don't know how to find out if I am. Or where to see the chat. Is it working, guys? Or where to see the chat? Yes! I can see myself! Woohoo! That took so long. Awesome! Thank you guys so much. We have 1,000 subscribers. I can't believe it took so long. Actually, we thought in the last live stream we would have 1,000 subscribers, but we didn't make that because we were really conflicted because we only had a few videos left until our 100th video, which we wanted to make like a special kind of video. And so, yeah, I don't know. But we made it, so yes. I hope more people will join. Maybe I should post a link. That might be a good idea. In the Facebook. Sorry guys, just like posting some links. I'm so glad I was working out. I'm using again a different program. That's quite unbelievable actually. Every time I have to use something new. Yes, my keyboard makes a lot of sound, I know. Okay, now I have to find my own screen so I can see the chat. There we go. Thank you so much. Yes, I'm so happy. It is 3:35 a.m. here, guys, so this is especially for you American followers, which I'm very thankful for because I think like at least 60% of my followers are from the USA. So yeah, it's nice actually that I'm able to do this right now at this time, because I had another weird nap at like a weird time, so then I'm like awake late at night. It's not very healthy, but it's the way it is. Keyboard ASMR. That could be a thing, I guess. Is that a thing? Do people listen to that? Great. How are you guys? How was your day? Or how is your day going, depending on what time it is for you? Did you guys know that we released a website by accident? Actually, the idea was to plan this live stream and release our website. But while we were uploading some files, because of course we didn't want to release a completely empty website, turned out that all our writings and articles got posted publicly on our Facebook, which was eventually, of course, the plan that would all go automatically, but unfortunately it outed our secret of building a website, and it's also not completely finished, so it's still like getting better by the day. But we have a website, and it's powertothesystems.com. So we are trying to change all our social media names to Power of the Systems, or add a second account that is called Power to the Systems, so people can find us through that. Because we changed our YouTube names a lot, to be honest. This is the last time. Like, we're done now. From now on, it's Power to the Systems. I actually had a interesting day because I had to go to the hospital, of course. It was very hot. It's been hot like the whole weekend, and yeah, for a while now actually. So yeah, I went to the hospital and I got very positive news. The doctor, I won't say anything triggering, guys. I'll keep it clean and nice. The doctor said that we are out of risk, that we can wait 2 to 3 years if we would like before we have the next surgery, and that would have no consequences and it couldn't be dangerous. But we have decided that we want to have the operation as soon as possible because we just want to end this chapter of our life. We feel our life has been on pause for like a year now. We had like this plan for the second alternation group. We came up with that like 4 months ago. The website has been on our mind for a long time ago. The only thing that I allowed to like actually exist or come into existence was our web shop for the clothing and the mugs and the posters and stuff, because I thought that was really missing within the DID community, to have some nice gear. So yeah, that's what I did do, because also it was a one-time thing. I only have to design it once and upload it, and they take care of the rest. So if I wouldn't be doing good, which I haven't been, then I didn't have to worry about that website or people not getting their products on time or anything like that. So that was what we continued with, but everything else was on hold. Hi Labyrinth, welcome. I'm sorry you had a headache, Adam. Yes, well, you're saying that we will always be the stronghold to you. The thing is, the stronghold system was not our sister name. We changed our system name, at least for the outside world, because it used to be a bad word or a slang word in a different language. So we didn't want to be associated by that by accident one day in the future. So we kind of freaked out and changed our name really quickly. So we only checked on YouTube if there was a stronghold system, and there wasn't. So we made the channel, and then afterwards we found out that there are at least 3 different stronghold systems. So oops, I guess. So, and then like now we changed our name because of the website, and because we want to focus less on us and more on what you guys need, what our subscribers need, all the knowledge we have that we still want to share. We have a list of over 130 video topics that we still want to make videos about, and those are not like personal life updates or anything. That's all educational tips, ideas, inspiration, you know, like personal stories with a reason to share so you can implement it in your own life. And so yeah, like I still have a lot to do, but I didn't have the spoons, and I am taking the best care of myself as I can. So we've also taken it slowly with the YouTube and not pressure ourselves into having to upload every week. Lizzie made a short video the other day, so that was nice. For her also, because she would love to be on YouTube every day if she gets the chance. She wants to make stimming videos and slime videos and toy videos and all sorts of things, and we're like not all for it. So it's quite a debate inside what kind of videos she can make. And yeah, she proudly told us that she is the most famous on our YouTube because most people watch her videos, which I personally find a bit creepy, but I can also understand it. So she thinks she's all famous, so yeah, it's quite a struggle inside to explain to her that we do not want so many of those videos on our channel. Now I'm gonna read up the chat real quick. Hi Diamond, thank you. Hi Wish System, thank you so much. Hi Tracy. Thank you so much, Labyrinth System. We are also very proud of you and you taking care of you. We really are. Well done. Yes, I did say streaming videos, indeed. Yes, she would love to do that. And she would love to do toy reviews and do introduction videos of all her stuffies, and yeah, that's all not included in my list of 130 topics that I still want to record. Those are just Lizzie, her thoughts of what should be on the channel and that other DID children will enjoy it, but we don't feel very comfortable with it. We feel really vulnerable if Lizzie is on the internet. Like, the first time she made a video, she made a 3-hour video and shared like her whole life story and kind of demanded that we put the whole thing on the internet or else people would not understand. But that was really not appropriate. Like, it contained names and details of like very bad situations. So yeah, she just doesn't have that understanding, I guess, of what is acceptable to post online and what is not. So she also posted a video once on YouTube without us knowing when we were moving. She recorded it on the phone and uploaded it from the phone, and we only found out later that it happened. That also really scared us. So yeah, we're pretty strict with Lizzie when it comes to YouTube now, because if we're not, I think she might go, you know, out of control. Yeah, we also really like that video, Labyrinth System. She has another video like that planned and coming up, by the way, so spoiler alert. She has a video about that coming up because she got the perfect situation going on. I don't want to spoil her video, it's a surprise. She's yelling at me. Yeah, I guess you're right, Wish System. They don't really understand it or grasp it at all. So I'm glad we edited and that she agreed now she wouldn't upload without our permission. Yeah, we have to edit our videos after recording, so that is how we approve of the videos. The video she uploaded on the day we were moving was extremely short, so I guess she just did it via the phone. I don't know why, maybe because she was like really stressed out in that moment, and that was her way of reaching out. I'm not really sure. But yeah, it didn't happen afterwards. Like, she respects us, I guess, but she's just so excited about YouTube and about being famous, the most famous of us, not famous in the world, but of our system. She's the most famous, and she's really proud and happy of that. And it helps us all to see her so happy about something so little, right? Like, every comment she goes crazy and wild, and if she recognizes someone, then she gets really enthusiastic. So it's nice to see her this happy. Hold on 1 second, because someone is messaging me. Okay, that's not something I have time for right now. I'm back. Good. So yes. You like the idea of streaming videos, Adam? We might one day. I don't know, I'm not real, like, for it with the littles being on too much. I don't know. At first, we didn't really have a problem with it, but after the drama, we feel extra vulnerable. And if I get hurt, that's one thing. I'm an adult, I can, take care of myself. But my littles, I protect them. And if that means they can't post everything on YouTube that they would like to post, so be it. Maybe at a later time, if we are all doing better, it becomes easier again. I really hope all of this will one day be forgotten, and that people understand that we have the best intentions and no malicious intent or anything like that. Yeah, I'm so sorry, Labyrinth. We also had some, oh, hi Lantern. We had some really nasty comments about Lizzie. Yeah, we hope she didn't see it. We tried to, but it was stupid. We had to actually screenshot it for future reference and to be able to block her, but I guess we all freaked out and panicked and just clicked delete so she wouldn't see it, but she knew something was up. And yeah, that's really nasty. Like, I don't mind, trolls. Of course I mind. It's not like, yay, a troll responded to my video. But it's, yeah, I don't know. Like, for my littles, I really don't like that, and I find it so disrespectful to do that to whether you believe someone actually has the ID or not. Go to the video of someone of your own age and fight it out there, but not on the videos of the kids. Hi, Diamond. It seems to be okay now, though, but just for ourselves, we're still being, like, precautious and careful. I agree with you, Mel. Yeah, that was, like, really the most nasty comment we ever got, so I can't even repeat what it said, but it was totally uncalled for. Yeah. It's just lame if people do that. It's rude. Like, it's rude anyway to call someone fake, but to call a little fake is like so sad. Yeah, you're right, Tracy. They wouldn't say it into your face. They wouldn't. But that's, when you're on the internet, that's where what you've got to deal with. So that's what we do. For those who just joined, guys, it's Emily. Hi, welcome to this very unexpected live stream at almost 4 a.m. for me, which is wonderful. I think I feel this excited hyper because actually very early this morning I took my benzo medication because I had to go to the hospital. So I've been feeling really foggy and sleepy all day, and I think now it's like out of my system, so I'm like alive again. And I'm also very excited that we have 1,000 subscribers. That is like so amazing, unbelievable. It took a long time, in my humble opinion. It took a long time, but we made it. Hi Dee, welcome. Hi Violet. Did I miss anyone? I hope not. Hi Margaret. Sorry. Yes. So, have you all seen the website? Who hasn't seen the website? Can I post the website? Will it let me? You know that I was typing powertothewebsite.com. That's hilarious. Labyrinth, thank you. I think what you're doing is more healthy than what I'm doing, though, because random live streams at 4 a.m. are probably not very healthy or considered to be very healthy decisions. But hey, so be it. 1,000 subscribers is amazing. We waited a long time for it. We thought we would make it in the previous live stream when Isa was here, and we didn't, which is okay. But yeah, I'm really glad that now I'm able to, and that I saw it when it was on 999, and I saw it go to 1,000. So that was really cool. Should have videoed it, I guess, but unfortunately, we have screenshots. Yes, that is our guitar lantern, but only Esther plays guitar, and she hasn't played guitar in many years. So we won't be having a concert, and we won't feel comfortable playing on it right here. We put it in the living room in hopes of Esther picking up an old hobby again, but it hasn't happened so far. So hi Jenna, thank you. And thank you, Mel, for the compliment about the website. We are so happy with it. It's not finished yet, of course, because first of all, it was released before we were ready to release it. We made a new record in how fast we can build a WordPress website and make it look presentable. Emma helped us a lot, by the way. So that was really nice. Emma, she is 12, I think. Maybe. But she's really good with computers, and she edits a lot of her videos, and she also helped with the website, so I'm happy with that. Yes, we are doing our best to fill up the website with more information, and right now it's still very messy. I get OCD-ish about this, I guess, and I mean no offense to people with OCD, but I want it separated apart for people with the ID and apart for therapists or caseworkers or whatever. And right now I'm combining it all, and maybe that is the best way to, but maybe it is not. So I'm not really sure yet if I'm gonna change that up, or how to change that up, or how to decide what is what up front or afterwards. It's conflicting. So for now, but we hope to one day be able to separate it more. And we also want to try to have a sort of calendar on there that shows events worldwide where you can either follow teachings if you're a therapist, or conferences, for example. So we hope to still set that up. Thank you so much, Mel. That is a very, very nice compliment. Thank you. It's not, I don't know if it's messy is the right word. I'm just not sure if it's like, if professionals take me serious if I write about, well, the way I write. Like, hi, I am someone with the ID, and I'm gonna explain to you what you should do and shouldn't do. Because people don't know, right? Therapists, many of them just don't know. They have no clue. And they think they have to follow expensive education or buy expensive books or courses to be able to treat the ID. And personally, I don't believe that. I think any compassionate and patient trauma therapist can treat DID if they gain a little bit more knowledge about it and are just open-minded and accepting of who we are, just as people are accepting of people with autism. Well, not everyone, but if you go to an autism therapist, they, you know, accept you for who you are. I hope we can reach the same thing with the ID, where we can just be whom we are, and also that more books, articles show that integration isn't the only option for healing. Okay, I'm gonna read up the chat real quick. Rachel, I'm really glad that alternation is so helpful for you. That's really cool to read. We all still have a very long road ahead of us. I don't know if that feeling ever goes away, maybe. But I feel, we got diagnosed in 2012, and I still feel like we have a really long road ahead of us. Thank you, Dee. Yes, Diamond, you actually spelled my name right. Thank you. I have such a weird spelling in my name. which for me is not weird, but people always seem to write it wrong. Thank you. Yes, Adam, spread the word. Like, the idea is that eventually it will also contain like letters you can print out, or you can like download to your computer and then edit with your own information in there, and then print it out and take it to like mental health professionals. So you don't have to worry up front about, you know, explaining what is DID to a professional, because even I know how DID works, but when someone unexpectedly asks me, you know, what is DID, then I can get a bit like, what am I gonna say? I have so much knowledge, I don't know what to share without oversharing what is the most important aspects to share in this conversation. So I thought, if I have like a letter that I can just take with me every time, like my hospital letter, I have made that in a way that I can take it with me every time. No matter what is going on in the hospital, they can use this letter. So I don't have to rewrite it. So I hope I can offer something like that for you all, where you only fill in your own, like, I don't know, situations. Like, my medication list is in there. You should have your own medication list in there, for example, right? Or your insurance numbers, that kind of stuff. I think it's common to feel that way, actually. Four o'clock, guys. I love it. I'm really happy to finally 1,000 subscribers. So, oh yes, for those who don't know about the hospital situation, the next operation is in November. So until November, we are gonna try to just live and enjoy our life. We have, let me check, 1 week and 4 days left until Castlefest, which is a medieval cosplay festival, I guess, kinda, with a sort of positive spiritual influence. So it's a really, really nice place. We go there every year, and it makes us all, well, most of us, makes it very happy to be there. We always meet our friends there, so we're looking forward to that. And then I'm going 2 days, so on Saturday I'm going by myself, and on Sunday I'm going together with my son, which I'm really looking forward to, because he only went with us once, which was on Saturday, and it's the most busy day, and he didn't like it. It was too much for him, too many people. So this time I'm taking him on Sunday, and he got an adorable Harry Potter outfit. It's so cute. So he's going as Harry Potter, and I have decided to release myself of the stress of cosplay this year, and to just pull something out of my closet and enjoy the weekend. So I think so, Adam, like a Renaissance fair, I think so. Yes, you can ask Rachel. Today we got the very positive news that we are... Are we back? Hello? I think I was gone for a second, but maybe only on my screen. Okay, good. Whew. Yes. So the hospital, I said we already had um, 2 operations. Today we heard officially that we are cancer free. We have it on paper, which is very good because that means we can look at it and see it as proof that it's really gone. And then the next operation is in November, and that is to prevent it from being able to ever come back, basically. Yeah. I do not know what the Big Ren Fest is, but apparently I have to go there. Is it like Burning Man? Thank you, Rachel. And Lantern. That is very good news, right? We have still trouble believing it ourselves. So if you think like, wow, underwhelming response, many of us still do not believe it and do not feel safe until actually they've removed everything. So we are happy. Many of us do believe that the doctor is speaking the truth and they're not lying to us and they're not, but yes, we're as happy and as relieved as we can be at this time. The paper does help though, because we already knew last week. She called us on the phone and she told us that we were cancer free, and we made a video about that and uploaded it. But today we saw her and she gave us a paper that actually shows the results and says that there are no cells found anymore. So yes, it was an interesting day, guys. First we got the confirmation that we're cancer free, and then tonight we hit 1,000 subscribers, so it was like, let's do an unexpected live stream and celebrate together, and for us to have an opportunity to say thank you to all of you for your support and your love and your likes and your comments, and for the community we are building together, because that is like my goal for those with the idea to build a community. We have a Facebook group, but I want it to be a community where people feel safe and at home and able to share what they need to share. So that is our goal. We have also started a Power to the Systems Facebook group if you're interested in that. And there you can also like follow our latest blog posts and articles and stuff. I think it gets posted there. I have to double check that. I hope it gets posted there. That was the idea, at least. But yeah, so that's how we're setting things up right now. The only thing we can change name-wise is our shop. So that is a problem. The only option is to start over completely, and uploading all those products is a lot of time, because there are so many options, right? You have shirts and clocks and mugs and t-shirts and sweaters, and you all have to make it fit right on every individual product. So it's a lot of time actually. So to redo it just for a name change, I'm not sure I am willing to, and I'm hoping like a year from now they will just say like, oh, we finally found a feature on how you can change your name, and then I would have done all this work for no reason. So I rather focus on the things that I still really want to do. And I think this whole cancer scare did give me like I don't know if I would call it a wake-up call. I mean, I've always been activating, is that a word? I've always been an activist in the good sense of the word. I don't know what the good sense of the word is in English. But I've always advocated for something yeah, I've always had something I had to fight for, because I wanted to fight something outside of my own battles. It's good distraction for me. So yeah, I don't even know what I was gonna say. Yeah, Adam, it was going on for a year. It took a very long time because yeah, it's a long story. Like, there are multiple videos on our channel. There's no reason to repeat the whole drama. But basically, why it took so long was because the hospital said we can operate, and the mental health institution situation company said, like, we first need more information from your therapist, or we can't help you, or yeah, stuff like that. So because of the mental health situation in my country, I had to cancel my operation and then waited another 2 months before they had time to see me again. So that was quite disappointing, and also very scary. Very scary. I was somehow convinced that in these 2 months everything would, like, go wrong, and I'm very grateful and happy that it hasn't been, that it's the opposite, that we're safe and clean and good. But I'm also ready for them to take everything out. So wake me up when September ends, because in November it's time to do the operation. But I do feel like now I don't have to pause my life so much anymore. I thought I had to stay in the hospital for 12 days after my next operation, but that is not true at all. She explained that they can do it in 2 ways, and they don't know up front which way will succeed. So with the one operation I have to stay for 2 nights, and with the other operation I have to stay for 4 nights, and that's a lot better doable than 12 nights. So I feel like I have to not so much pause my life anymore. Yeah, that's good. Time to read the chat. And I'm drinking so much because these medications make my mouth so dry. I think you're right, Lantern. I think after the operation in November that we will feel a lot safer in our body. Like, many of us already have a lot of body dysmorphia, and you know, knowing that there might be something dangerous in your body is not good at all. And then up front the doctor said, like, it's just gonna be one operation and we're done. And then we came back for, like, the results, and she was quite shocked and not too pleased with the situation, so she wanted to do the second operation real quick, but that failed because of the mental health team. And yeah, she was even tearing up today that I got this lucky that I was there on time and got it out on time, so it didn't spread any further, because if it would have been an extremely big problem. We live in the Netherlands. Yes, I will for sure bring my phone and maybe my laptop, but my laptop is kind of old, so I think I'll be more comfy on my phone. And I'm also not sure, like, what kind of medication they're gonna give me, right? If I'm, like, able to actually experience those 4 days, or if I'm just gonna lay there for 4 days. I wouldn't mind either way, to be honest. Yeah. So I do really hope it's only 2 days. Yes, Diamond, we made it through. We did. It was not easy though. It was a long, hard battle that is still not done. Uh, yeah. Today I had another interesting talk with social work because she asked me if she should find us a trauma therapist, and I said, well, actually, at this point in my life, I'd rather just um, focus on bringing a bigger change in at least my country, but hopefully worldwide, where DID is just accepted as any other mental disorder without the whole, oh, you have to go to a specialist, oh, you have to do 6-hour tests before you can get a diagnosis. um, I don't think that's necessary. Sure, there's a lot of doubt, if you're not self-aware, for example, then those tests can be super helpful. But I think it's just important that we learn to respect people's um, um, what's the word? Experiences, right? If I feel like I broke my leg when I fell down the stairs and I go to the hospital and I say I think I broke my leg, and they just laugh at my face and say, yeah, sure, you broke your leg because you fell off the stairs. No one does that, right? Well, I might hope not. But with mental health, that kind of stupid stuff happens, and it's so painful and invalidating, and can bring a system into full hiding again, which is extremely upsetting. Um, so they say now, like, it's 1 to 3% of world population that has DID, and the latest study said it's 1 in 100 that has DID. Personally, I think that the number might even be higher, especially in a country as the Netherlands, where CPS almost never takes children out of the home if there is an abusive situation, because it's sad for the parents. Don't ask. Yeah, and then only 18% of children in the Netherlands get trauma therapy before the age of 18, and those are mostly single-time traumas. So the other 82% of us doesn't get help right now, and that needs to change. And if you can't treat DID, then you can diagnose DID, and then you can recognize DID either, or you wouldn't feel comfortable with suggesting that someone might have DID, or and that's sad. And I think that really should need to change, because it's unfair to us. We deserve better. We have had horrendous lives, all of us. No matter what was done to you, it was horrendous and unacceptable. And there is one definition of trauma that says it's an out of the normal range of human experience. And I feel that is what happened in my life. That should not happen to any human, and the same goes for all of you guys. So I hope that together we can unite and be stronger, and fight this stigma and this dogma surrounding our disorder, and bring a change in the mental health systems worldwide. Because if there's one thing I learned in the last year, is that it's not just a problem in my country or in my city. It's a problem worldwide. Everyone has trouble finding a therapist, and it's only a few lucky ones of us that do find a therapist that is able and qualified to treat DID. Just reading all your comments, guys. Like, wow. Yeah. I understand Lantern. I have the same thing about expecting bad news. Um, my social workers are extremely hopeful people, so hopeful that it, like, pisses me off. Because I know it's gonna go wrong. I just know it's gonna go wrong, and they are like, no, it's gonna be fine, just do the intake. And of course it fails, and I'm like, I told you up front, and they said, well, you can do up front. But I was right. So I totally get what you're saying with that. Uh, and Adam, yes, many of us therapists do think they are better than us. And for me, it's really, really important that I am on an equal level with my therapist. Like, I want to work together with you. If I feel like you're the mom and I'm the kid or the dad, if I work with a male therapist, that really freaks me out. Like, I can't do that. If someone talks down to me, I'm like, I will never take you serious again after that, I guess. Because I get so confused about why you would do that to me. I'm a normal human adult person that sits in your office. Yeah, it's mind-gobbling to me, all the stuff that happened in the last year. They wanted to send me to a war center, guys. A war center, because I have the ID. Like, that stuff makes no sense. No sense whatsoever. Maybe the war center isn't so busy anymore, so they have a place there. But still, it makes no sense. I agree, Mel. Some therapists are amazing and wonderful people, and we read about those as well, but it's like just a handful of them. And I think, especially as soon as they work for a bigger company, it automatically brings problems with them having to follow certain guidelines and protocols and regulations. Or at least that's what they throw in my face all the time, uh, unfortunately. Well, Adam's CPTSD doesn't officially exist yet until 2022. So they don't understand the difference at all. Not yet. Wow, that's a long time with system. That is a very long time. 13 years. Wow. Yeah, I think, I spent the last 7 years of my life finding a therapist, and I can think of one helpful thing that someone has ever said to me. Uh, so yeah, I don't know, why I put so much trust and faith and hope in these people if they in the end not help me. But I don't want to sound like I'm anti-therapy. I'm absolutely not. I just think that, especially here in the Netherlands, where all the latest research comes from, but it's being denied to be treated. They just say you have to go to the DID specialist center, and there are only 3 of those in our country. And they have 4 to 8 year long waiting lists. And then if you get in, you get 45 minutes every week if you are a crisis patient, and every other week if you're not a crisis patient, because they have so many people and such a long waiting list that they don't have more time for treatment, even though the guidelines say that it should be 2 to 3 times a week depending on the motivation and ability of the patient, and that the sessions should take 60 to 90 minutes, but here they are 45. And because there are only 3 centers, I have to travel really far, and it took me 6 hours out of my whole day just for 45 minutes of therapy. And that is not acceptable to me. Like, especially if you realize how small my country is, because I understand for Americans, you're like, Oh, 3 hours, that's doable. But like, it's, yeah. If there's no traffic jam, you do the same trip in like 30 minutes, right? So I don't know. It's really complicated to get therapy here for the ID, and I hope I can at least help a little bit in changing that, and I hope I can help a little bit in changing that worldwide. And I think if we all together as a community start to educate people, then we have a big chance of succeeding. And the Labyrinth system, they have a really awesome foundation. Please, Labyrinth, if you're still here, type down your website where you can order cards that has an explanation of your disorder. So if you would be outside and you're in panic, you can grab the card and give it to like a police officer, or I don't know, anyone that doesn't trigger you, to get help. So I think those kind of initiatives, and like the products we sell in our shop, you know, even like if you wear a less obvious t-shirt, it still might inspire someone, right, to have, I don't know, a more open mind. Like if you look like me, like a nice friendly girl, and people hear you have the ID, some people are really surprised, like, whoa, you have the ID? Aren't they all serial killers like in the movies? No, guys, not at all, right? Most of us are super friendly, and the only people we hurt are ourselves and our alters, unfortunately. In a lot of cases, there are bad people in every community and everything like that, of course, but yeah. It can take 6 to 8 years to get a correct diagnosis for DID. PTSD is misdiagnosed 50% of the time. So can you imagine that you have PTSD and then you get a wrong diagnosis, and instead of getting help for your trauma, you're being belittled in therapy that you should grow to F up. Yeah, that's really not acceptable to me. But it seems to me like the whole DSM tries to avoid the word trauma as much as possible. Like, I don't know why. I don't think Labyrinth is still here, so I will type her website. Because you should all order free cards. They are free. I think you only pay shipping, or maybe that's even free if you're in the States. I'm not really sure. Wow, so many screens open. Okay, I think this is her oh wow. Yeah, I think this is it. This has to be it. There we go. Oh, error. Does that not work? Sorry, I messed up. Here we go again. That's the correct one. I think that's where you can find the cards. I'll show you. They're ready to be made into a video, but I'll give you a quick sneak peek. Yeah, so this is the front of the card, and I have no idea if that's like visible. So I will just say what it says. We may benefit from contacting our therapist or supporter, and then you could write their phone numbers on the front here, which I think is really neat. And then on the back it has some information that you are never going to be able to read, so I will read that to you real quickly just because I can. DID Emergency Information Card. How to help. I have dissociative identity disorder, previously called multiple personality disorder. I am not crazy or attention seeking. I have other identities that may be referred to as parts or alters. Due to this, I may appear as having a different name, age, gender, and overall sense of being. I may not know where I am or what was just happened. I have gone through trauma as a child which has led to the development of my disorder. I may be scared and act like a small child. Ignoring my identities or telling them they are not real will not make them go away. Showing them support and compassion may help them very much. If it can be helped, please do not touch without permission. So, I think that's really helpful and really great. I'm really happy that Dissociative Living or the Labyrinth System is doing this project, because I think it's great. It's absolutely wonderful. They have more cards, but I won't read them all to you today. They have one for PTSD. Ta-da! And they have one for general trauma survivors. So this is what it looks on the front, and then on the back you can fill in your own list of traumas you have, and certain topic words to avoid, for example. So yeah, it's a really cool organization. So it's laying here to make into a video, one of the 130. But there is a sneak preview. Oh, my back. I'm getting old, people. So does anyone have like a Q&A question for me tonight or not? I think that's a great idea, Mel, to order some and hand them out. I will also be making posters, but like on regular paper size, and instead of putting them on my web shop, I will put them on my website, and you can print them out and hang them in your therapist's office, for example. So I feel old. My back feels very old. Guys, will you join the new Facebook group that we started? I will give you a link for it. It's the Power to the Systems Facebook group. I think it would be really awesome if we have a place where we can really connect, like as Power to the Systems, because although Alternation is a great group, it's not a place where I talk much about I don't know. I don't talk much about all the things I do in my life. So if you're more interested in that, you can of course follow me on Facebook as friends. But now we also have a group where we can talk more in depth about our videos if you like. Maybe you don't feel comfortable with responding in public here on YouTube to certain videos, which I can certainly understand. So I thought this would be a nice way to communicate with each other on different levels, and to maybe also make it a little bit easier for some of you, because I often get messages from people who are so scared to reach out to us, and this is really not needed. We do have days where we write really big on our Facebook, like, don't PM us, leave us alone today, because we are just out of spoons. And you have to realize we wake up with 100 notifications on Facebook every day, and many chats, messenger notifications as well. So by the time we're through that, it's like an hour later, and yeah, I just don't always have spoons for that. But I do really like to connect with people, and I think in a group that's a perfect way to like do it. Yeah, I can understand that, Adam. It grew really big, and that's nice. Like, there is definitely a positive element to having a bigger group on Facebook, because you get more input from people. But then if it gets too big, your topic might get flooded completely and not get a response at all. It's kind of sad how Facebook, like, algorithm messes that up. I'm curious if you knew before professionals did that you guys have did. Yes, yes, we did know that we had the ID before professionals, but we didn't know it was called DID for sure. And by the time we started to read something about DID, which was completely by accident, actually, it was on, I don't want to trigger anyone, it was on a spiritual forum where people were talking, and this lady brought this topic up, and it was like, OMG, this is like, you tick all the boxes, right? Like, shit. I thought that was all normal, but apparently it's not. So then we didn't really want to look into it more further, but like, we have a really clear memory of when, right before we got married. We are divorced now, but when we got married, right before that, we had a moment in our inside world where we all came together, and we said, like, to Esther, because we thought Esther was the host back then, like, we helped you, but now we take a step back because you are safe now, and you have a great husband that's going to take care of you, and you don't need us so much anymore, so we will step more to the back. And we did. Some alters switched out a lot more. Like, Emma was out a lot when we were married, like a lot, because she's the jokester and she likes to make a lot of jokes, so she was always there, either being co-conscious or being out by herself. So yeah, then I don't know, during our marriage, like, things were more stable in my life, and but Esther, for example, she doesn't speak Dutch, so she came up with all these interesting theories on why she could only speak English, but she couldn't really explain it, of course, until we read that post by that lady. And then we were really scared to look into it, because we thought, what if we make it worse? So I called the psychologist that I had spoken to last, which was after I gave birth, because I had a postpartum depression. And she said, like, that is so extremely rare. The chance that you have that is like impossible. You really don't have to worry about that. It's just a chaotic, hectic time. So that was, that. And then, because of the divorce, I went to my government and to try to get a job via them, because I, for whatever, thought that would go faster. But instead, I met this really interesting guy who said, like, so you're going through a divorce, you have a pretty traumatic past if I look at your job history and how many times you've been in the hospital, and you have a kid that's not even 2 years old. How about you take a 6-week break and then start a 12-week program to like get back into day-to-day structure, and then after that we look for a job and we will give you money in the meantime. And I was like, what? Really? You're gonna give me money? So now I'm very thankful for that, because I was there every day from 9 to 5, they saw my DID. They saw it happening over and over again, and they eventually confronted us because someone had yelled at them, like, my name is not the birth name. And then they decided to confront us, and Amy was out, and Amy lied. Amy said, no, I just was confused, I don't know why I said that, it was just a joke, nothing is going on. And yeah, then she left the office, and then a few blocks away, Esther decided that it was unethical to lie to a therapist, and she turned around and went back and told her, actually, I do think we do have this, and we're very, very scared to talk about it or to admit to it, but we do think this is what is going on. And then that psychologist, she did help us for a while, but she didn't feel comfortable diagnosing us because she had never treated someone with DID before. So she sent me to a psychiatrist and a psychologist in my city who have treated and diagnosed people with DID before, and they both gave the diagnosis. They both agreed on it. So then we had officially DID, and then after that things changed pretty quickly because we had to. We realized, like, every messed up thought we ever had might be memories instead of messed up intrusive thoughts. So we have to keep ourselves safe, and we have to change things in our life. And we got the very disappointing news right away that the waiting list was 4 years, and we realized, like, we're not gonna make it 4 years like this. We'll have to make some changes ourselves and find a way for this to work. And I really regret not going on the internet and finding information, because I see posts sometimes, or like the she did a really nice video about if you recently got diagnosed, and it would have been so comforting if I had read anything other than, oh, it's such a dangerous disorder, and you know, yeah, I wish I was brave enough back then to go on the internet and look it up, but I was very scared. So yeah, that's a bit of my background on how I got diagnosed. Did I miss any of the questions? Oh, by the way, we also knew about our DID. Some alters, at least, knew about our DID, or about being multiple or not alone in the headspace, from the time in our teens when we were in the can I safely say that word? In the C word. In the I don't know. If you don't know my background, you don't know what I'm talking about. If you know who I am, then you know what I'm talking about. When we were there, we were also aware, but like, we also thought we were just mental, so it didn't make a lot of sense to us. How long did it take for your system to work together well? I I don't know, really, because system is a big word. We still have people that do not work together as a system. We still have problems with accepting other alters as members of our system. But generally, I think it took us 2 years, but I think we could have done just as much work in 2 months if we had the right resources available to us. Or if we had dared to look for them, although I'm not sure if they would have been out there, but we did not even look. We thought that was very dangerous, and I wished that a therapist would have said, like, it's not dangerous, it's okay to look on the internet. Yeah, but I didn't do that, so that's why it took 2 years. But I seriously think that that was not needed if I had easier access to the information that I needed. How do we handle eating disorders in the ID? Well, my multiple life, unfortunately, or good for me, I don't know. I don't have an eating disorder as far as I am aware. I do have had a lot of trouble with food in the past 4 weeks, to the point where I am scared of developing a eating disorder. But I do not have enough knowledge on the subject, and the only thing my therapist advised me was to eat multiple times a day and to keep a journal of everything you eat. But I don't think I'm gonna get everyone as cooperative about that in my system. So I just still hope it's just like not an eating disorder and it's medication related and it won't go away or something like that. But I don't have any specific tips for you. I'm sorry. Well, Rascal, that is very old to get a diagnosis for DID. I'm so sorry. That must be so intense for you to live such a long time without knowing what was going on. Did you lose time for all those years? You're welcome, Rachel. Yeah, I really don't know what to do with eating disorders, and I've actually said on Facebook that I won't participate at the moment in conversations about eating disorders, so I personally would prefer if we can switch the topic to something else, because it freaks me out. I do not want or need another disorder, and the more I read about it, I feel the more I get triggered by it, so hence, I'm sorry that at this time in my life I am unable to help you with this. I don't understand your last question. It's okay, my multiple life. You didn't know. Please don't feel bad or like worry about it. It's fine. It's fine. I'm just like saying, okay, this is all I'm gonna like be able to say about it before I shut down or switch or anything like that happens on my live stream, and I don't want that to happen today. So, thank you. Rascal, I don't understand your question, but what I can say is that all my alters play different roles. So, yeah, like if my son is home, then all my alters play the mom role, even if they don't really have a big connection with children. They will do it in a different way, but they will do it. Yes, TG, I do have some tips for you. We have actually a very extensive video on bullet journaling, so I advise you first of all to watch that, because it covers a lot about pages being ripped out. That is a no-go. That's like a rule in the book. You do not touch or edit or change or rip out the work of others. What you can try to do is work with sticky notes. So I have my journal here to show you by accident, if I have a second. Don't need that. Here is one. That's very stock. So okay, this is my journal. If this is the page I don't want them to read, I put my sticky note here on the top. I don't know if that's visible. I don't know which go to go. Yes, I put it on the top. Yeah, so if it's on the top for us, that means only protectors can read these pages, and other people should not read those pages, and we trust our system to not do that. And how we did that was by journaling in the first place and getting to know each other and learn that we were not dangerous or had malicious intents, and we actually all had the same goal, to make a better life for ourselves and each other. So that's what I do with my sticky notes. On top it's for protectors, on the side it's please all read, and I don't know what below is. I don't think we do below anymore. Oh yes, it's for like I'll show you. Sometimes, but definitely not every month, we make one of these charts, and to find those back, we put a sticky note in the bottom. So protectors on the top, everyone on the side, and one for the chart that everyone needs. We want everyone to use. I hope that helps, and we have a very extensive video on bullet journaling. Oh yes, I remember now my multiple life that you're blind. That's true. I'm sorry about, I'm sorry about not explaining in a more visual way what, like, I was showing. I think if you're blind, that the best option is to have an online journal, but I don't think you asked that same question, did you? I actually posted today that about, because of the movie Glass, that people with DID should play actors with DID, because first of all, we will force producers to not talk BS about us and make us out into really bad people, and secondly, we deserve it, because I'm pretty sure there are very good actors with DID. We actually did acting school for a long time, and we really enjoyed it. They always wrote in my reports at the end of the year that I had trouble coming back out of the role into reality. Yeah, wonder what that was caused by. If you don't have time loss, then you have, Here's my list, because I can never remember. Distinct parts but no amnesia is called OSDD-1B. Maybe that helps you, Rascal. I'm really sorry to hear that, Rascal. We have also been dealing with trying to find a therapist since the day we got diagnosed in 2012. It's unfortunately a big worldwide problem. But yes, I hope we can bring a change in that together. And I also hope that people start to professionals start to realizing that the numbers they are talking about now are incorrect. Because they are only talking about people who are diagnosed with DID. But so many of us are not diagnosed with DID. And I think once that all gets counted up, they realize what a big mess they've made out of it. Oh, okay, Rascal, I understand. Sorry for misunderstanding. I thought you had no amnesia at all. We also help each other. It's, in DID you can have 5 different reasons, 5 different topics of memory loss. It's trauma, past memories of past time, current event, big life event, and I think there's another one, but I can't remember which one. And you don't need amnesia for all of them to have DID, just like 1 minimum or more. Depends. Can also depend per alter. Wow, TG, I'm so sorry. That is horrible. I'm so sorry for you. That really breaks my heart. I'm so sorry. That's unacceptable. I truly don't understand how it's legal or possible for a therapist or a psychologist or a psychiatrist to say they don't believe in a disorder. Like, imagine going into a hospital and they say, oh, we don't believe in cancer here, so we don't treat that. Like, that doesn't happen. So why does that happen with mental health? How is that able and acceptable? My multiple life, we actually talked a really long time ago on the phone once when I still had my old profile. I think it was called either Matrushka System or Emily something. And you told me about your struggles back then. I hope that you have better help by now. And that things go better for you, because I know back then it was really, really tough. That's good though, TJ, that you have finally found a good therapist. I hope to find one as well. Yeah, we have the same thing, my multiple life. They say we are too complex for them to treat, and it feels so unfair because we haven't self-harmed in years. We haven't been in a crisis center since 2012. We don't abuse or misuse our medication or anything like that. Like, yeah, and still they say we are too complex to help. but they do help criminals, and you know, I'm like, I can't even understand with my brain how that's possible. And I also don't understand that it's well known what the numbers of child abuse are these days, and they should be proactive and understand that the day these kids turn 18, they will go to adult mental health care, and there should be someone there at the door catching them, because they are already 18 years too late, right? Basically. Okay, I need a sip of my drink. I'm gonna read. Tracy, we also don't have many memories from when we were young. Yes, that is unacceptable, Ruskell, if a doctor is telling you you're lying. That would be awesome, Mel, if you can be a mental health professional one day. Rachel, I would totally be interested in doing an interview for a radio show on DID. I've actually been trying to get in contact with people in my country to do a documentary. But a big problem for us, sorry, my nose is so itchy, guys. It's from the hay season. I've been trying to get in touch with Dutch television companies, but a big problem is that many of my authors only speak English, and so yeah, that's a problem for them. I'm not really sure why, because we have translations and stuff, but okay, it's a problem. So yeah, I would be open with that. We can talk about that. TG, yes, I have heard of Colin Ross, and I am absolutely not a fan of Colin Ross, unfortunately, for some people. Maybe he is a very different man as what I have in my mind, but unfortunately I have once seen a video of him in which he expressed certain opinions and how he did things early in his career that I just cannot agree upon. So because of that, I am not a fan of Colin Ross, and because of that, I have also refused to read his books or watch more of his talks, because I just don't have a good feeling about it, and there is much other interesting stuff out there. Actually, in Alternation, we are doing I think a monthly book upload now. So every month we upload an ebook about DID or trauma or PTSD, and this month we did 2, I think. One is coping with trauma related dissociative disorder, something like that, and the other one is The Body Keeps the Score by Bessel van der Kolk, which is the #1 selling book on trauma for like the past 10 years, and it's for free in the Alternation Files tab. So if you're not a member there yet, I highly advise to become a member so you can download those books and become a part of our awesome community, of course. Rapid eye movement therapy, is that EMDR? Yes, Ruskell, I'm so glad you found us. That's awesome. I have not heard of the book Growing Beyond Survival, My Multiple Life. As far as I'm aware, I've never heard of that book. I'm sorry. But if you are wondering if we can provide you with the book in Alternation, I can definitely check that out for you. because one of our mods, she works in a library, so she can get access to things. I think that's how it works. I'm not really sure. But I can ask her, and then we can upload it into the files tab of the Alternation Facebook group. So let me write that down right now so I don't forget what it's called. Where is it? Growing Beyond Survival. Thank you. My multiple life, some books are in PDF and others are in EPUB, so you need an EPUB reader to read them. And Tracy, I totally understand what you're getting at. Like, many of us also don't want to remember. Others do, because they want to know the truth and what really happened. But it varies very much inside for us. Yeah. Also, guys, I'm gonna end this live stream pretty soon because it is past 5 a.m. in the morning, which is like a nice memory, as 10 years from now we will all laugh about this so hard that I was sitting here at 5 a.m. in the morning doing a live stream because I had 1,000 subscribers. I told my last therapist that I couldn't wait for the day where she shamefully sat in the back of the theater while I stood on the stage just explaining and teaching about DID. She did not appreciate that comment. Yes, Adam, it was a nice surprise. So I'm really glad I did this, actually. I'm really happy I did this. And I'm really glad you guys joined me today. I really hope I can save this live stream and put it on my YouTube, because that depends on which program you use, and I use a new program again for the 3rd time, so I hope it's working out. I hope the chat is in there, but we'll see, I guess, if and how it's gonna happen. And if we lose it, then we lose it. So thank you so much for joining us, Elizabeth. I'm sorry it was only for a short while. Thank you, Diamond. We're already over 1,000 subscribers, by the way, which is also funny. Where is it? Yes, we are at 1,004 subscribers now, so all of a sudden it went really fast. I'm really glad I catch the 999 and 1,000 on screenshot, so that's nice. Okay, guys, I don't think you can even see me anymore. I'm sitting so up close to the camera. Thank you so much for joining. Please subscribe if you haven't yet, and see you for the next video. We will definitely start uploading more again now that we've got good news from the hospital, and we hope our life is gonna, you know, I don't know, be more productive again. We've been productive on self-care, but we want to spread our information with you, and we hope to do that through our website, powertothesystems.com, and through our Facebook groups. My multiple life and everyone else, yes, you can sign up for Alternation and for our our other groups, you do have to answer the group questions to be able to be let in. If that is impossible because you're blind, then please say your birth name that you just gave, because I will remember it, because that's how I remember you from the previous time we had contact, so I can let you in. But for other people, you have to answer the group questions, and you can find all the links on our website, which I will actually give the direct link to what is it called, the page with the links. There we go. I think that works easiest. And then here's a nice little surprise. If you hover over the name with your mouse, then it becomes a clickable link, so you can just click the name and then you go to the group. Yeah. Our Facebook name is Sarah Clark. I will write that down. But I think if you type Stronghold System, you can also find us though, because that's our nickname. I don't know how that works, if that works. I have to look into that actually. Please say hello to Ranger for me. Okay guys, I'm really gonna end now, I think. Thank you, Adam. It was so nice being here with you all. Thank you so much for celebrating with me in the middle of the night that we made 1,000 subscribers. We are so happy and thankful for all your support, even though we had to deal with so much other stuff this year, which made it so much more difficult to be consistent with our uploads. You all stick true, and we are so grateful for that. And that is what shows us that we are a community, more than just a group or followers or anything like that. And that's why I like these live chats, because we can chat at the same time. So I feel like that just gives a better level of interaction and connection. Please know that if you are in our Power to the Systems Facebook group, you can do video requests there as well. So if you have a specific subject that you would like a video to be made about, you can leave it there and we will record a video for you that will be posted publicly on Facebook. So please let us know if you want to have your name named or not, and if you forget to mention that, we will message you first to ask what you want, what your preference is, because we don't accidentally want out anyone, of course. So thank you so much for being here, for joining us, and see you soon for the next video and for the next live stream and on Facebook and everywhere else. Thank you guys. Bye bye.